All right.
This is a 3-star case.
Okay. So, if they're unemployed, negative point. Okay, Noteboy, write this down.
All right, let me get a little notepad.
Yep.
All right.
Unemployed, -1.
Mm-hmm.
Employed, +1. Government job, +2.
+2?
Yeah, because they get 1 additional point. So if they're employed in general, they get 1 point. If they're in government, another point. So +2.
I'm just gonna include just +1 for government. So it's like employed and government is +1.
Middle management, +1. C-suite position, +2.
Okay.
Marriage, single, 0. Divorced, -1. Married, +1. Have a son, +1.
Okay.
And then highest points, 15%. Second, third, 10%. Final, 5%. Or last, 5%.
Cool.
Okay.
So what if you're widowed?
None of them are widowed.
Does that count as single?
None of them are widowed, so it doesn't matter.
Well, I'm just saying, like, he had to come up with that in the will. Like, what if the person...
Well,
what if so-and-so's wife died between then and the...
I would assume single.
Reading the will. Yeah, that's kind of fucky.
So Roman has a son. Okay, that's good to know.
So let me list this down. All right, so Roman, son, +1.
Okay. Glenn...
I'm noting this down.
Yeah,
so,
Glenn, divorced, -1.
Yep.
Doesn't get any points for having a daughter, which is kind of shitty. Right?
Yeah. No, just says son.
Yep. And Ellis is single, 0 points. Oh, but Glenn is a lawyer, but not a government lawyer.
Lawyer +1. Okay.
Tell him it's not likely to move forward. Deadlift sniper. Nope, he is with the government. He is a district attorney. District attorney appointed me as the prosecutor, so he has a government position. So that's
he's a lawyer and
employed.
Government. So that's +3 because it's a job and government job.
+2.
No, +2. Yeah. So government +2. All right. Roger is a sous chef.
Yep. Which is not a C-suite position, and it's not management.
But it's still a job, so he gets +1.
Would that be considered middle management? Probably not, right?
Sous chef? No, you're not a manager at sous chef.
Yeah. Okay. And then Ellis...
I would assume is unemployed. He's not married. Yeah, he's unemployed.
I won't have to worry about
looking for a job.
Job. These guys.
He's not married, so -1 from unemployed, 0 for being single, and no children.
Yeah.
So that is Ellis. -1 unemployed.
Now Roman, based on his eulogy, is a C-suite person. Because he owns his own company.
Single 0. Roman C-suite, so he would be +1, +1, yeah, +3. So because C-suite is not middle management, so yeah, +3. Okay.
And he has a son. So that's +1.
4 total.
4 total, yeah. So, based on all of that, who has the most points?
We have Roman with a +4.
Yeah.
Followed by Glenn tied with Roger at +1. Unless Roger has a son.
He has two kids. He has a son.
Does he have a son? Yeah, Samuel. So Roger does have a son.
So he's +2.
Son +1. So it's Roman with +4, Roger with +2, Glenn with +1 because he's divorced.
Yep.
And then Ellis with -1.
Okay. So Roman 15%. Roger 10%.
10.
Glenn 10%. Ellis 5%.
But remember to add it to the other percentages that they get, which is an additional 5, I believe.
Nope, they get more from here. So,
oh right, that's right.
Ellis is 22%.
Yep.
Roger is 26%. Glenn is 24%.
Mm-hmm.
And Roman is 28%.
28. So, I mean, overall, that ended up being pretty reasonable, so...
Now, the question is...
Yeah.
Q, F... Oh, thank God. Total money distributed to the children.
You were trying to be like, are we supposed to figure out the exact number or something?
So, Ellis gets 22. Roger gets 26, Glenn gets 24, and Roman gets 28, and that adds up to 100. Right. So, who is the target of blackmail? Roman, right?
Well, it can't be Ellis, because Ellis is
an
unemployed idiot.
Yeah. It can't be Glenn.
I want to say it's Roman.
Yeah. How many
but
people...
That also just feels like too much of an easy answer, because he's clearly the dick that they're trying to make you be like, he's the evil one, man.
Right. How many people were killed? That's kind of throwing me here.
I mean, it has to be 2.
If we assume that this is a body and Ellis killed him because of the keys. But then who is this?
I don't know. It could have been the person who who fired the shot, and like Ellis was like trying to like tackle him. Ellis is a fucking rugby guy. So like he's like bashing into walls and stuff like that, you know?
Right.
Like that tracks. Like he's like throwing people around. Maybe he accidentally broke someone's neck or whatever, you know? Like he chased him up the stairs, threw him into that wall, they got around, threw him into the other wall, then like choked them out in that room, dropped his keys, you know?
Right. I'll be back at 2. Got some things to do.
Alright, so this is Felix, the butler.
Did you hear that shit during the speeches? I'm sick of his attitude.
I mean, the only one that had an attitude was Roman.
Yeah. All 3 of us agree he needs to be put in his place, right? No, I'm stopping now. Can't believe we're going to do this. You know my son looks up to you. I'm sure he does. Where the hell is that little shit? Is telling us something. So if we assume this is Ellis and they're targeting Roman.
Yeah.
Then I can't believe we're doing this. I know you know my son looks up to you. Has to be Roger. Has to be. Which means that where the hell is that little shit is Glenn. The little shit is Glenn. Because
because it's like 28 minutes later.
Right. It's like what's taking him so long?
It's not talking about Roger's son, yeah.
And then this just why? Okay.
Could that be Glenn's?
It could be.
But also it could just be unrelated.
Yeah. I don't think they intended to kill anybody. No. You know what?
What if Roman was like, "Oh, you're blackmailing me? Well, fuck you. I'm taking all the money," and grabs a gun.
I don't think that
kills someone.
I don't think that Roman grabbed the gun.
Who do you think grabbed the gun?
I think Glenn did. Because
maybe Roman finally pushed him around enough to where he's like, oh, a little wuss, cried about killing a deer or whatever, and
I think that Ellis and Roger confronted Roman and accidentally killed him up in this room. And then Glenn, who always had misgivings about it, because he's a lawyer, was like, what the hell was that? You guys need to stop. Stop that shit right now. Stop that shit right now. Comes down here, blam, because Glenn went and got a gun. Because we know he knows guns. He was taken hunting.
That's true. But then I'm also still wondering about that backwards rifle.
I think that might be a red herring.
It might be, but it's just so specific, Oh,
I know.
And then what is this? What was in there?
This was open, which means they were looking for something.
Maybe that's where they got the bullets out of?
No, because the bullets were over here.
Well, we don't know where they were. We just know that there was a box of bullets.
Uzi pistol.
Wow.
Semi-automatic sporter.
Okay.
So, I think that... Come on. There we go.
Excuse me.
I think that 2 people were killed.
I mean, that's kind of what I was going with.
I think that victim number 1 was Roman, and I think that Ellis killed him.
That sounds right, because his keys were in that room.
Right. I think...
And, there's all that violent trauma along the walls and whatever.
And then I think that victim number 2...
Maybe Glenn was trying to be like, no, I don't want in on any of this.
Yeah.
So I'm out, and they're like, no, you can't be out. Roman's dead now.
Right.
And so Glenn went and got a gun and is like...
And then I think he accidentally killed Ellis.
With one shot. Because, I mean, clearly he didn't fire multiple shots.
Right.
So, the gun, either it accidentally goes off or he, didn't really mean to pull the trigger. Because if you're going to shoot someone, you're going to pull multiple shots or whatever.
Right. And I think that Roger then helped Glenn dispose of Roman's body by dragging it out of the house.
No, Ellis's body.
Ellis's body, yeah.
Yeah.
Because Roman's body was still there.
Yeah. So I think that sounds about right.
Okay.
Also because all of Ellis's stuff is still in the house.
Yes.
His ring, his keys, his all of that is still in here. So I mean that kind of lends towards obviously Glenn's stuff is still here, but
well, let's see what happens.
This seems correct.
Oh.
But
which?
Yeah, which question did we not get right? But we did get 3/4.
Yeah, we got that
straight
right.
away, so that's pretty good. So I mean, I think we're doing a good job here.
So in order for us to have gotten 3/4 of the questions complete, the last one has to be wrong.
Right. Unless we got something else wrong with the percentages.
No, because we know the percentages are correct.
Do we?
Yes. Because we math that out. But in order for this to be, for these 3 questions, or for 3 of 4 questions to be correct, this has to be the wrong one, because if this was incorrect, then nothing else would make sense. If this was incorrect, If this was incorrect, then this would also be incorrect. So it would be 2 out of 4. So I think we just got something wrong here. What if it was Roger that killed him?
I think we're right on Ellis being the second victim.
Yes.
I think Ellis is the dead guy in the hallway that was dragged away.
I agree. Which means it has to be either Glenn or Roger. And I mean, Roger is clearly in a fragile emotional state. Right? So maybe that's it? Let's see what happens. Damn.
I think we might be, like, going about this wrong.
Okay.
So I think we're correct on the percentages.
Yeah. I agree.
Should be correct on the number of deaths, because we have a outline of the body and we have this blood stain here. Right. So we know upstairs the person who was killed here was killed in a very physical way. There's like broken vases, scattered pillows, smashed wall things or whatever,
and scuffness.
Right, so we can say Ellis killed this person.
Yes.
But who did he kill? Did he kill
Roman, or did he kill somebody else?
It's not 100% that he killed Roman. Like, what if Roman was working with other people to get more money to buy out the group? Like, what if this is Roger or Glenn?
Okay.
Right?
Let me think. Hold on. What if we have the order of events wrong? What if the person was shot first and then... No, because we're pretty sure Ellis died. Unless this was the second death, not the first one. But
it would have to be this would have to be the first death.
Yeah. Because
we're assuming... Well, we're making an assumption. I'm pretty sure that Ellis is the one that died downstairs.
Okay. I agree with that.
So also, we have to... Like, in the testimony that the butler was giving, this incident happened after everyone was getting ready to leave. All of the other guests, other than the 4 brothers, had packed up and left.
Right.
So we're assuming that anybody that has stuff in here that wasn't ready to leave was like a victim or whatever, potentially. So we have Ellis's ring, and his phone.
Hold on a second. I just had a thought.
Yeah.
So I think this is Ellis.
I don't think that's Ellis.
So, well, follow my logic here.
Okay, well, who killed him?
Shh, hold on. Follow my logic here.
Go ahead.
Somebody gets a gun, comes out here.
Yeah.
They confront... trying to think. They confront Roman when he comes in with the blackmail. Things get heated. They start fighting. Okay?
Right.
One of them goes and gets a gun. While that's happening...
Right.
Because look, one of the things that we noted on the way up, wall damage. Bam.
Yeah.
Damage. Bam. Damage. Bam.
Knocking the vase over. Bam.
Ellis comes in here,
down.
drops his keys. Somebody dies here. There was a chase up the stairs. They didn't open this door and confront somebody. There was a whole chase. But then they calm down, the person's dead, they come back down here, and then get shot? Doesn't track. When did this shooting happen?
Well, what if... So we're assuming that Ellis is involved in that killing upstairs, one way or another.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, 2 of the brothers are involved in that.
Oh,
right?
shit. Oh my god.
And so, one of the other 2 heard Ellis and X, like, storming up the stairs and fighting and whatever, so they run and grab a gun out of the room, come out here, whoever survives comes down the stairs, and then the brother who went and grabbed the gun puts a bullet in him.
Right. But here's the thing. Ellis, Glenn, and Roger were all conspiring against Roman to begin with.
Were they?
Yes, because all 3 of them were in on it. We agreed to do this tonight, right? They would not have shot Ellis if he came downstairs and said, "I'm sorry, guys, things got out of hand." They shot Roman after he killed Ellis. Because he came here and he was like, "Fuck you guys, I'm done with you guys." And he's like, "You're not walking out on us." And he's like, "Fuck you." Bam.
Right. I mean, a crime of passion, that makes sense.
Yeah. But
if you look at the coats...
Uh-huh. Ellis's coat is still here.
Ellis's coat.
Yeah. And then we can't really tell anything.
Don't have that, but we have a missing one.
I mean, it's May. Maybe they didn't have a coat.
And then we have, like, the little bags that are there for, like, ostensibly Roman's children.
Right. I think
so. Did he bring them and they didn't take it? Or
No.
He...
This isn't Roman. This is Glenn.
Glenn...
Sorry, Roger. This is Roger. Roger didn't bring his kids.
Where did we see that Roger has kids?
Process of elimination.
Where did we get that from?
So we know that. Where did we get that? So we know that Glenn has a daughter. Ellis doesn't have a kid or have any kids, and Roman has a son. By process of
he?
Yes.
Where did we get... Well, I want to confirm this. Like, where did we get that Roman has a son? We know that he's a CEO. And he should be married. And if he has a son, he should be at, like, a +4 or +5. Right?
Right. It's been like childbirth.
Like, we know Ellis...
We
know Ellis is like -1 because he's unemployed, doesn't have children, and is not married.
Right. Well, he says
Roger's a sous chef.
Yeah.
And would that count as middle management?
Oh, right. Roman's son is allergic to nuts. That's
okay, so Roman does have a son, yes. Okay.
No, sous chef doesn't count as middle management.
Okay.
I really think that this is Roman and that is Ellis.
I think I think this person downstairs is Ellis. I think you're right on Roger, but I think the person that you think he killed is wrong. I think the person that you think Ellis killed is wrong.
The one upstairs or the one down?
I think Roman was scheming with the other brothers against someone else.
How do you figure?
Well, because why would Glenn scheme with anyone?
So you think they were scheming against Glenn?
I think they were scheming against Glenn.
For what? I don't know where you're getting that. Because remember, they're saying it's been bullshit on that stuff. It's been rough for all of us. My father and I went off to take Roger and I hunting. Of course, we never caught anything until we grew a little older. Father was always there showing us how to do things right. Often we had only piled up the truck with his prizes. Time would add to the pile. I remember Roger's first kill. He started crying. Yes, he did. Not because we were happy, but Deer would live on with us and later with us. Those life experiences he gave us led to where we are today. Roger is now a successful chef. I, on the other hand, no lawyer for the state. After Mom passed away, Dad resolved to give us as much support as he could. That wasn't just in our respective businesses, but in our lives and our own growing families. I think it really shows. Wherever you are now, Dad, thank you. God bless. I don't see.
So maybe Ellis listening to that is like, oh, you're just so full of shit. Like you have you're bragging about having this happy family and blah 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 and all this fucking shit because like Ellis clearly has nothing going on.
Right. But then why would Roman be conspiring against him? Why would Roger be conspiring against him?
Roman would want it. Well, Roger wasn't conspiring. I think Roman was.
But
Roger was probably the phone number that's like deleted because he's like, I don't want any part of this or whatever.
It says, all three of us agree it needs to be put in his place, right? No way I'm stopping now. We need to do it today. This is something they planned to do before. I don't think... I think Roger.
Roman is set. I think Roman is set up to be a red herring. Like he's set up to be the asshole that's like, I'm buying you all out or whatever, so that you think that he's the one that they're after. I think Roger and Glenn, they seem to be friendly with each other, right? I don't think they'd kill each other, right?
Okay, I'm starting to...
Like in the eulogy, they're like, you know,
yeah, they're close.
He's trying to...
Yeah.
Right, they're close.
I'm starting to come around to your way of thinking, specifically because where is that little shit?
Right.
It has to be... This is Ellis's phone.
This is obviously Ellis's phone. And I'm 100% there with you. I think he killed Glenn. I think Ellis killed Glenn. I don't know why, but I feel like that's the only thing that makes sense, especially since it's clearly not, well, it's like he could either have killed Roger or Roman or Glenn. It's not Roman because I don't know if that was wrong or not, but I think this one right here is right.
But then, who's the target of blackmail? Because we have 3 questions correct. And if we're assuming that the only thing that we've got wrong is the victim in the perpetrator fields, then Roman is the target of blackmail. Like, check it. If we change this back to Roman, and we change this back to
is there anything
Glenn.
involved in one of Glenn's cases that he was working on?
I honestly think you're starting to see you're starting to lose sight of the trees in the forest here, but no.
Right.
Dad left Sniper at the log cabin, retrieve it, make sure to drive down next week and return it to him. But that doesn't matter because next week he died. Call Felix for update.
The Holt kid that has nothing to do with anything.
Kyle Santino, call Daniel Riley. Yeah, there's nothing there. Yeah, no, I think you're trying to look too hard into the forest. And while I agree that Roman does seem like a red herring, he also does seem like the most likely suspect. So I honestly think, let me try mine first, and if it doesn't work, then we'll find out. Ellis was killed by Roman, and then Roman was killed by either Glenn or Roger. And I'm going to assume that it's... Who's the sous chef?
Roger.
Roger. I'm going to say Roger. No.
So, I want to say... Here's my thought on this, right?
Yeah.
So, the target of the blackmail, I think we're correct on that. The target of the blackmail is Roman.
Yeah.
Because he's like trying to get all the money and he's like doing he seems to be doing like some underhanded shit to like, you know, take over the company and all of this stuff, right?
Yeah.
So I think the percentages we got is correct and the target of the blackmail is correct and the number of people that were killed is correct.
Yes.
So then we have to assume that Glenn, Ellis, and Roger were co-conspirators in this effort to blackmail Roman. So what if Glenn had, like, second thoughts? Because he seems to be kind of like, in that eulogy, he's like a sensitive, nervous disposition or whatever, right?
No, Roger was the sensitive, nervous disposition.
Right, okay.
The sous chef. The lawyer was the guy that took over for him.
Right.
Let me try.
Well, so then what if the lawyer then has, like, misgivings about, like, blackmailing something? It's like he's an officer of the law. He's a federal prosecutor or whatever.
Right.
Like a district attorney. So what if he's like, Ellis, maybe we shouldn't, like, do this? And then Ellis, who, like, promised his sweetheart, like, yeah, I'm gonna get all sorts of cash, man. Like, we're gonna... Like, he had plans to blackmail Roman to get all this money.
Right.
And then Glenn's, like, trying to back out. So Ellis is like, no, you're not fucking backing out. And then he, like, in the heat of the moment, like, just starts beating Glenn up, runs upstairs, like, breaks his neck in the bedroom. Hearing this, Roger's, like, downstairs, goes and grabs a gun out of the room. Because he, like, a hunter like Glenn, would have known where the guns are, know how to use them. Runs and gets a gun. Ellis comes downstairs, having just killed Glenn, and then Roger puts a bullet in him. I think the answer is Glenn was killed by Ellis, and then Ellis was killed by Roger.
Glenn was killed by Ellis.
And then Ellis was killed by Roger.
Where the hell is that little shit implies that Roman didn't come back? So maybe you're right. Fuck me. Good job. Who was the father's favorite son? Bonus question, ungraded.
Who was the father's favorite son?
It wasn't Ellis.
It was not Ellis.
I don't think it was Roman.
I think it was Glenn.
Jesus. On May 16th, 2003 at 1 p.m., a gathering was held to honor the death of Gordon Hughes. Friends and family of the late Gordon came together to pay their respects and share heartfelt eulogies. After the gathering concluded, the guests departed and Felix left to attend some errands. The only individuals remaining were Gordon's 4 sons. Ellis proceeded with his plan to blackmail Roman. Roger and Glenn were also in on the plan, although with varying degrees of hesitation. They all agreed that Roman's comments were out of hand and disrespectful to their father's legacy. Of the two, Roger was more willing to follow Ellis, as long as his own 2 children weren't around to see the conflict. On the other hand, Glenn, after contemplating the consequences of their actions, warned Roman about the impending scheme, prompting Roman to leave the premises. Upon discovering Glenn's betrayal, Ellis confronted him, leading to a heated argument that escalated into a physical altercation. Losing control, Ellis pursued Glenn upstairs, causing damage to the walls and furniture, eventually ending Glenn's life with his own hands. Overhearing the commotion, Roger retrieved a gun from the hunting closet, fearing the worst, and confronted Ellis when he returned downstairs. After Ellis confessed to what had happened, Roger, reaching a state of emotional distress, now that Glenn, his brother and close friend, was killed. He snapped and fired 1 bullet straight into Ellis's head, ending his life instantly. Realizing what he had done, Roger panicked, dragging Ellis's heavy body outside before fleeing the scene. Huh.
So Roman gets everything now.
Yeah. Well, huh. That one took some turns.
Oh, the webs we weave.
When first we played the murder game.
It seemed a bit more straightforward than the bloodbath one, honestly.
Yeah. Well, the bloodbath one was straightforward once we realized a couple of key things, which was the same with this one. Once you realize that key thing, Roman wasn't killed, it's like all the other pieces fit together.
Yeah.
Alright, well, guess what, everybody? We're done with scene investigators.
We did it.
We have
cracked the case, Dave.
We have cracked all the cases. And although there was some trial and error, it was never just guessing. And that's what's awesome about this game. We never guessed. We always made inferences based on what we were told was not correct. Which is cool.
Like, you could make the inference that Roman wasn't in the house there because, like, A, potentially his jacket was gone.
Yeah.
And B, like, the party favors for Roman's kids were...
Not there.
Not there. Were still there.
No, they weren't there. He only had one son.
Yeah, so the ones that were there were Roger's.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is going to be Detective and Noteboy signing off until there's a new mystery to solve. But next time on Character Select, we'll be playing something else.
As always.
But thanks very much for watching. Make sure to click that like button down below if you liked it. And Noteboy.
Dave.
That's not my name.
Detective.
Thank you.
Dave Tective.
Dave Tective. Tyler Boy.
Don't call me Nutella Boy.
Nutella Boy!
No.
Write it down under Nutella Boy!
No!
But we'll be back to solve the next case, if and when it comes up. Just look to the sky and look for the sign of a magnifying glass and a notepad shining. God. And please make sure to pay our bills. We have a standard invoice for these kind of things.
We're desperate. We need to pay the rent.
Oh God, have you seen these prices in Fiction Land?
Oh God, it's ridiculous.